Bet you didn't know. Bet you didn't know. Bet you didn't know. Bet you didn't know.
Hey, great job cutting me off, fucker. You knew that was going to be funny the whole time. I was like, oh, I get it. I'm talking to myself. You're probably listening to me the whole time while I'm trying to talk.
All I wanted to do, I cut you off, and then I had to let myself dangle that extra half second so you could hear that. Because I cut myself out.
You knew. And I was, you son of a bitch. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know it's Tuesday night, and we are here with, we will figure out and we'll see what it is this time. These are the topics from last week that we were going to get to, and then
we didn't get to them.
We just didn't get
to them. Did we have guests last week? We did. We had a special guest. We had T. We had a Wahoo J Sauce from my older brother T-Dog from Wahoo.
Yep, he came in for a visit, so that kind of, as it will, pump the brakes on things and just took things in different directions, which that's how it goes.
People like it though. Very polarizing. He's got some great receipts, very colorful receipts,
and some interesting ideas, thought-provoking. Mm-hmm. You know, you're gonna be on your toes thinking.
Yes, you will be on your toes thinking. And hey, Adam, thanks for helping me set up the new camera. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've got a brand new, super bitchin', super high def, ultra 4K, 8K, 2 jillion light volt, kilowatt, gigawatt, high def Canon camera. It's pretty bitchin'. Thanks, bro.
Hey, no problem.
You help me fix. And just in a matter of 15 minutes, I felt like, what movie was that we were referencing?
Last week, and similar to this week, it was Apollo 13.
Apollo 13. I'm over here running out of air, and Adam's just like, okay, follow my instructions. And I'm like, all right, dude. And so we did it. We managed to put up the whole command center by a distance. Good evening.
What's up, Nick?
Check your messages. Important message. Oh boy. Check my messages. Important messages. What kind of messages is it? Oh, there we go.
Importante.
Get a proposal together, brother, ASAP.
Just reading it on out to the world. I hope it says something horrible.
Yeah, right. I've just been expecting. Who knows what the fuck I've been expecting?
Hey, man.
Do they play us out loud? Let's see.
Hey, Ryan, it's Nick. I sent you a little email if you want to get a proposal together for Cruise America, the RV people. I've got an email together for you at marketing@cruiseamerica.com. Let's make it happen.
Huh. Well, we'll have to chat a little more, Nick, and elaborate some, bro. I have nothing more than the time to romanticize about cruising America. However, at the moment, it is the furthest thing from my ability at this point. However, I'm interested to see what that's all about. So
I thought you were going to say I've got nothing but time for stuff like that. And I was like, dude, you've got no time for crap like that.
Mark, what's up?
What's up,
good,
Mark?
brother? I got time for a little help with my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends.
Man, if we didn't have this,
get high.
I get where you're going. Like where that's at. I had a feeling.
Sponsorship. Okay, Nick. Oh, was sponsorship. What in the son of a? That's what the proposal was. I thought it was like, hey, there's these guys that want us to tour America with them and we get a proposal together because they might let us come along. I'm like, all right.
Okay. I mean, I'm open to that too. Whatever.
Yeah. It just have to be between like May and September in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, Nick. Nick, you're the man, bro. Fist pump that shit. Appreciate you, dude. A ton. Nick is the man, dude. He's a hustling son of a gun, dude. You want to talk about loyal and dedicated? That is a diehard hero fan. Goer. Laugh aloud. Supporter. Are you laughing? Are you not putting all the comments up? Do you do that? Do you like filter out comments?
Only in extreme cases or situations. On Tuesday nights on this podcast, what am I going to filter out that's going to be out there?
We're going to add top sportsmen to the roster. I don't know. I need to get with Raul. ADRL nut. There it is. For a second, I thought I read ADRL blunt, And I was like, what's an ADRL blunt? Well, that's an interesting marketing proposal. I never thought about that. Although I don't smoke, that's still an interesting proposal. ADRL nut. I love it. What was I talking about?
If I filter any
Shit,
of
I don't
these
know. Oh
comments-
yeah, the comments. Yeah. You mean like when Jackson was on? Carter?
yeah, I did do some filtering there. I mean, Carter's 13, so you know,
Mhm.
at some points you do have to filter
All the Cougars.
but it was mainly his own peers were the ones I was having to filter, which was hilarious on my side.
You're like, oh boy, do I remember being 13.
But I think we also you were talking about this before we got a little sidetracked.
Oh yeah, that's right. Top sportsman. I need to get with Raul. I'm getting with Raul this week to figure out a filler class. If there is a super bitchin' big top sportsman following in that Georgia area, and we can get a whole bunch of cars, I'd be all about it. But I like top sportsman. I like stock, super stock. I like funny cars and foot brake and all that good stuff. So anything nostalgic, I'm a real huge fan of as well. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of those types of classes just because I'm not a racer. I'm not even a driver of anything.
was a new promoter, just learning the different Tommy, what's good, brother?
What's up,
Just
Tom?
as a new promoter, understanding the regions, right? The demographics.
Sure.
Because there's big followings, like apparently in Florida.
Mhm.
Our new tech director is asking about a Eddie.
Mhm.
If you're watching, Eddie brought up an import class. So my first thought was, I don't know about imports. Where the American Drag Racing League imports and aren't really synonymous with American. And his point is, Mr. Whitty, well, of course, most of the parts that are on our domestic vehicles are made in other countries. I get that. I get that.
And they're cars that are driven by Americans.
Exactly, right? So America is the melting pot. I get that, right? There's a big there's Cranford.
Is that
Yeah,
a type of car?
question marks. So I can go kind of both ways with that. And apparently there's some really fast
Heard that about you.
cars out there. What's that?
Heard that about you.
That's younger and older is what that reference is.
Right.
Yeah. Just one side of the fence though. Anyways, thinking about that. So we had talked about imports, and I know there's a huge following in Florida for imports, and there's some really fast cars. So I'm understanding the areas where we're at, and wanting to get some good classes put together. And Eddie Cranford. Gotcha.
Okay.
Eddie Cranford. No, not Eddie Cranford. Eddie Maloney. Yes.
Not
I don't know if he was referencing when I said Eddie. I don't know if he meant Cranford or Maloney.
That would make sense.
Yeah. No, well, I'm talking about our new tech director and competition director, Eddie Maloney. He doesn't like it when I call him Ed. He goes, who the hell? Ed, who the hell would call me Ed? I was like, I'm sorry, dude.
Deal.
Yeah, fair enough, bro. You
Noted.
got it. I will not call you Eddie or Ed.
But yeah, more in reference to that question on the top sportsman. It's not that it's out of the question. Hey, definitely a possibility for a filler class if, like you said, if there's a community regionally that supports it and justifies it, more power to it. And then as far as in the future, outside of, well, let's just say at least 2024, who knows what may even happen at the end of this year.
Yeah.
There's definitely potential next year moving forward that we will probably expand beyond the 5 classes that we're having currently. This was just one of those things of getting it going, getting it off the ground, getting where we had the most racers and everything already there that we already knew, and grow and roll from there.
Yeah, that's right. Grow and roll. Stop, grow and roll.
Yeah, exactly.
At every race, Georgia would most likely draw a good field. PDRA draws. So PDRA does top sportsman. I'm not very familiar with PDRA I know of them, but I don't know their classes or anything like that. So, that's pretty good. I guess the only question with that is, as far as rules and we are growing daily. You got that right. I mean, literally, like exponentially. As far as those kind of classes, I don't know. You know, ADRL is more of an outlaw type classes, so we're not huge on rules and I mean, obviously, like safety rules and standards, obviously, but when it comes to everything else, we're kind of out there. And so I don't know how tough it would be for folks and to run PDRA classes.
Maybe it's more
ship with us
regulation.
and have to.
Would you think it's more? It's not that we don't like rules. I think it's more. Maybe it's regulation.
Well, I mean,
think of the rules is like safety, but once you start regulating things within,
oh, okay, regulations. I think so.
yeah, I think it's
yeah.
You know, it's traditionally
Like if we
been-
talk about weight, like weight rules or weight regulations, right?
Right.
I guess we can call it weight regulation. So
Sure.
ours would be substantially different, I think, than what the PDRA would have. So I'm not certain how, you know, guys would feel jumping from like the PDRA to us, and if there's like a huge discrepancy in their regulations or rules or something like that. What did Mark say? I didn't
sorry.
catch that. I'm blind.
Nope,
It's
you're
okay.
good.
Did away with Pro Extreme, so ADRL will rock on again. They did away with Pro Extreme, huh? Okay. How long ago did they get away from Pro Extreme? I mean, obviously the ADRL were the founders of Pro Extreme and Pro Nitrous. I'm not surprised that other people wanted to use that whenever it took a hiatus, but
That's between you and your
I
tailor,
love the
Ben.
weight restriction on the Python in my pants.
Between you and your tailor.
That's between you and your haberdasher, my friend. That is between you and the haberdasher. Really? They got rid of it last year, huh?
So and I was on their site today, dicking around as I'm prone to do from time to time, and I saw that Pro Street class. What is anybody in? Maybe people in the chat would know because I don't. What's the differentiator on that versus Pro Extreme?
You can ask ChatGPT.
I'm gonna probably have to a little bit later or something.
Well, but I don't. You know, I think it stopped its feeding of knowledge a year or two ago, so it may not even know. That's all like updated stuff. I'm pretty sure each league or association or however you want to look at it has they probably change year to year. I'd imagine.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm curious why they got rid of Pro Extreme. I think Adam and I, you and I could probably sit here and brainstorm on that like we did earlier. They run Pro Boost and Pro Nitrous.
Okay.
So Pro Boost is a turbo class, I would have to imagine. So what, it's turbo class and a nitrous class.
Okay.
Probably because they get more cars. Nobody wants to run against the fucking badass blower cars, dude, with no rules. I'm finna get me a tumbler, a big one. Actually, two of them. One for me and one for the old lady. Dude,
Hell
we
yeah.
love you, Ben.
Hell yeah,
Fucking
Ben.
love you, man.
And you'll love those tumblers.
Oh my God, they're amazing. Honestly, I love mine so much, and I wish I had a big stockpile of them just to come over to the shop and give them to you guys, but we don't. They're drop shipped. You order them, we get them, make them, and then send them to you. Pro Boost, blower cars included. Well, Pro Boost has blower cars included. Pro Boost is turbo, blower, and Pro Charger. Oh, okay. Well, Pro Extreme is all of them too, so I don't really know what the difference. I mean, yeah, Pro Nitrous, but then Pro Extreme is basically whatever you want. Turbo, Pro Charger, blower, roots, screw.
Short of jet engine.
You in the mouth, Adam.
I'll run this
to
thing.
get in that thing. Would you say?
You know I'll run this thing.
Watching from Knoxville. What's up, Mike? How are you, brother? Ben. Yes.
Yeah, talk to the post office about that.
Yeah, no shit. It is ridiculous. Actually,
they're more expensive.
Ben's local though, man. Like how?
How
do we facilitate that
and see if there's something that can be done? You know, I don't know if maybe there's. I'm just off chance spitballing, but even if people were to say going to be at Georgia Drags, if 10 people were going to be there, you know, we brought 10 down. You know, save on shipping something like I don't know. I'm spitballing, brainstorming, but I get it.
Yeah, shipping is absolutely ridiculous. Not to get off on the side subject, but somebody's getting teabagged tonight. Oh fuck! Tonight is the night. Tonight is where we do dumb shit. I forgot. I ate hamster food last week.
Yeah.
And Pro Nitrous is run as a separate class from Pro Boost.
Okay, so that's how they keep
Right. So that's kind of how we do it. It's Pro Extreme and Pro Nitrous. So it's kind of the same thing. You just kind of reworded it. PDRA is very costly to run and takes 3 days.
You don't like paying nickels and dimes for everything that add up to hundreds?
Hey,
Great.
you know what? Hey. Man, teach their own, dude.
Yeah.
Teach their own. There are some people that have no problem paying to go be a part of that.
Amen.
It's all good, man. It is all good.
I
We
get
all
it.
have our niche. We all have our
Exactly.
niche. It's all right. I will pay it. I don't care. Yes, you do care, or you wouldn't have brought it up. And I care because you're local. So we got to figure out a way to get some to you without you. I'll make Kevin. Yes. Dude, you're eating stuff again. Fuck it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what else to eat. I told Adam I'd give him $500 if he ate some dog shit.
Yeah, this just seems like we just can't escalate to shit this early.
Oh, this early in the podcast. All drag racing is costly. Go bowling if it's too much. Laugh out loud. I mean, amen. I mean, if you're in drag racing, you're spending money.
No
Right?
doubt.
There's no fucking doubt about it. But I will say what's a little different about the ADRL, actually a big difference is, we prefer to try to figure out a different way to, we just don't think the drivers should have to take the hit, right? You guys are already taking the hit, building the cars and traveling and gas and expenses and fuel. I mean, we don't want to add to that. So we're getting creative from a marketing standpoint on our end to figure out different ways to generate the revenue to facilitate the events, right? So we're trying to. Right now, I'm eating the costs. I don't want the racers to have to take that on, right? So, as most everybody knows, Pro Extreme, Pro Nitrous, there is no entry fee to enter. You guys still win $6,000 for winner. That's $3,000 for runner up, right, Adam? $3,000 at 4,500. Fuck, man, now I'm all backwards again. I don't know. Anyways, hey, this is Bet You Didn't Know. We're talking ADRL again. This isn't the ADRL podcast, even though it is on our ADRL network. We just can't help but talk drag racing, and we love the shit out of the ADRL. So we'll promote it when we can. We'll just promote it how it goes, how we can, when we can.
Yeah, give the people what they want,
That's right.
and they're wanting it. Take that however you want.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't apply to you, Adam Weirdo.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah, we good payouts for free entry for sure. Yeah. And that's the key. We want to keep it that way. That's the motto. That's how we want to roll it. So
That is how we're looking to do it.
I don't have anything weird to eat tonight. Bet you didn't know Limp Bizkit was the last band to perform on top of the World Trade Center. I didn't know that. That's a cool fact.
Yeah,
I do remember when they did that though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, run your car 3 days. No doubt.
Yeah, right. 3 days is costly. Yeah. Yep, that's true. Well, here we go. We got a little song. Got a little stoking in a little bit. Keep on rolling, baby.
So-
Y'all been loving this shit right
So
here.
now, I mean, I'm not, I'm no conspiracy guy, but hey, does anybody else find it weird that Limp Bizkit, they're blamed with inciting the riots at Woodstock? They're on the World Trade Center. Is disaster just following them? What's going on
Fred
here?
Durst happened to be at the rally where the insurrection happened.
What
I
else?
don't even call
What
it an
other job?
insurrection. It just so everybody's clear, it was not an insurrection.
Oh, Christ.
It was planned. It was. There was no weapons. No one that entered into the Capitol building had weapons. That's not an insurrection. An insurrection fundamentally it's a fucking coup or a bunch of people with fucking weapons taking over the Capitol building to take control of all the.
So if just perchance by some weird circumstance there was a possibility of there being a nonviolent overthrow of power, you wouldn't consider that to be
You
an
call that
experiment?
an overthrow of power when they were opening the doors and showing them down the hallway? That is not an overthrow of power.
I just
No, Adam.
I'm just asking.
Cognitive dissonance, Adam.
I'm
Watching the news.
I'm not just gonna fall into your
I have receipts.
interpretation on it. Okay, well then bring them to the table as opposed to just providing me with the statement. And
I'll
then-
email them to you.
Okay, I'll check my email.
Bing, 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 bing. Here comes the receipts. Bing, 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 bing. We're not going to talk politics, folks. We're not going to talk
I'm
politics.
not a politics person.
Just know that the president's responsible for how shitty our economy is. I'll leave it at that. Hey, what was the last thing that you put up right there? I didn't see that.
Let's see. Let's see. You guys getting
You guys are getting into political shit. We're not. We're done. We're done. It was clearly a staged event. Ron Epps, blah, blah, blah. I know it was, Ben. It's okay, though. Ask Adam. He knows.
We'll save that for Tony's podcast.
Oh, Lord. Hey, but you know what?
Dog.
We're all Americans. We're free to believe what we want as long as we respect each other's opinions. And that's all that fucking matters, because it's okay to have opposing opinions and thoughts as long as you do it stoically. First, seek to understand and then try. Well, that's the old saying. First, seek to understand, then. Basically, it's the stoic way of trying to understand, right? So before you start to try to get somebody to understand your point, you first need to fully understand where they're coming from. I digress.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I will take that.
I respect opinions that aren't stupid. Oh, I fucking love it. All right. Well, let's get to some bet you didn't know, a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
See what's on. Where's Carter?
Haven't seen him. Maybe he might be busy dating after last Thursday.
Yeah, no kidding. He got maybe his parents were like, "Yeah, we thought about it. You probably should be on the show."
Yeah, we went back and watched that, and you might not.
Yeah,
that
that
one.
may not have been a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, that was him on the. That was on our ADRL podcast, actually.
Which one? The one he was just on?
Yeah.
Oh,
But they went and watched last week. I probably shouldn't have said anything. I turned an anthill into a mountain.
It's all good.
Carter Jackson. Did I say Carter? Did I say Jackson Carter? No, I
It
better not.
It wouldn't
I better
surprise me.
not have said that.
Well, Jason Byers.
Jason
Yeah,
Myers. Third nipple.
hasn't been disproven. It's all I'm
Third
saying.
nipple. He hasn't disproven it.
All right.
Very third nipple. What do we got this week? We're I can't even read. We're 22 minutes in and hadn't talked shit about nothing other than I love the ADRL. How much for the Marshall half stack?
You don't have it.
You know what? It's interesting you said that, because I would what?
That's
The rabbit hole?
No, it's just funny that you would even consider or have thought about that. I was there when that thing came into your life. So
I know, right? And it still sounds absolutely amazing. I get new tubes into all the time. It's rebiased. It sounds fucking great. But I want a mode 4 is really what I want. Actually, I want to skip the head and go into a flat response frequency cabinet, which is a self-powered cabinet, to where if you go digital into it, you get the purest tone out of your mix. So out of your preamps or whatever rack mount you're running into it, it's the pure tone. Because right now the way I do it is if I run this rack. Oh, that's right, guys. Ben is a musician as well. Ben's got some really good shit. He's got some really killer cabinets, as a matter of fact. But this rack behind me, my rack at line 6 and all that, runs into the head, and then the head runs into the cabinet. Well,
right.
This you have to zero out as much as you can with the tubes and everything, just so you don't get a shitty sound into the cabinet. So what the flat response frequency cabinet does is eliminates that head right there, and you just go straight from this into that. Yes,
makes good sense.
Get a Soldano. It's funny because that's exactly what Ben just said, right? Yeah, I know. Everybody's on the Soldano. Get a Soldano. I know. But if you want to buy the half stack, let me know. I might be interested in selling it. I got a whole bunch of shit. I got like 7 guitars over there. And anyways,
no shortage of toys.
Hell no.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Hell no, there's not. All right. What's our first bet you didn't know shit?
Well, I've got the list
of
deaths again.
Oh, we're on a death subject tonight.
Yeah, that's what we were going to get into last week as well. But like I said, it just kind of got pushed to this week and is what it is. But we're in the 1900s now. So they're at least getting more recent or more current. And some of these actually have pictures of people too. So that makes it a little more interesting.
Are you going to pull pictures up?
I might pull pictures up. I don't know if you're able to even see pictures if I put them up. But
no, it's so bright.
Yeah, it is pretty bright.
No, I see some weird. Oh, I do see some weird shit happening there.
Yeah, there were some pictures coming through, but they're not the best. Yeah, I mean, I can try to pull some up here if
I'm
need
all
be.
about having a jam session. You ain't got to ask me twice. I'm a fucking jammer. That's really what I should be doing, is bringing some gear with me on the road to the races.
Yeah.
Dr. Raw and the Raw Dogs. Adam, you bring your bass, I'll bring my axe, and we just sit around and jam.
Yeah, they just don't have any real good travel basses. They've got some good travel guitars that break down and are nice and compact, but travel basses, they just don't really have any good ones.
No, you just got to get a good acoustic bass.
Even a good acoustic bass, you still have to amp. They're still just
That's
not.
not true. You just
they're
don't
not-
know what you're doing. You just don't know how to play.
You're right.
I'm just kidding.
Decorations.
Decoration. I'm a poser.
Yeah, that's it. So no, we're back on our list of deaths.
Early 1900s.
1903 to be a little bit more precise. Early 1903. But this one, I even tried to bring this up last week when Tony was on because travel base. Are you kidding? It's all
Travel.
about space. It's all about space. We don't have
Uh,
semi trucks and trailers that are carrying our gear and equipment down to these races. So space is a little bit of a commodity.
yeah, no shit, right? They're hauling race cars, and we can't put a fucking guitar in our shit.
I know. Well, I'm hauling a production studio.
Yeah, and I got a
halfway up
fucking compact. Oh, maybe you already know. Yeah, I got a compact, a Volvo fucking R Sport turbo supercharged. I don't know what the fuck that thing is. It's crazy fast though. But it's fun.
Yeah, it gets the two of us in our gear where we need to go.
Yeah, just enough room for that shit for a cross trip.
Just enough. Haul it in my trailer. And if you were swinging through St. Louis on your way to somewhere, I'll chuck it on in the back.
Yeah, if anybody's in St. Louis, let's toss our shit in there. That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Pitmobile.
So in 1903, an unnamed person was beaten to death with a Bible during a healing ceremony gone wrong in Honolulu, Hawaii. He was being treated for malaria when his family summoned a kahuna who decided he was possessed by devils and tried to exorcise the demons. The kahuna was charged with manslaughter for beating a dude to death with Bibles.
And they call it kahuna. The big kahuna.
Yeah, I guess that's like the Hawaiian term for a priest or priestess or someone of high stature in the community.
The big kahuna. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Like, to get beat to death by a Bible. How ironic. How fucking
That would be
ironic is that,
crazy.
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go-
How did he die? Oh, he was beat to death by a
Dude.
Bible.
Blunt force trauma. Oh my God, what happened? Kahuna.
How's that even possible? How could you? Boy, I mean, you must. I'm just thinking, like, how could you? You must be a super strong ass Samoan dude or moke or whatever you're called to
Sure.
be able to beat somebody to death with the Bible. Oh, but maybe it was old school. Maybe he held the Bible up and then punched the Bible.
Yeah, to not leave a mark.
Yeah, right. He didn't beat him with the
check.
Bible. He held the Bible against his body and
Right.
beat him to death
Yeah.
through the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, that guy needed to be in UFC. He's got fists of steel.
A wooden Bible. Yeah, no shit. It was leather bound and wooden
Yeah.
cover.
The old tablets, not like a electronic, but a chiseled tablet. And beat him over that with that. It's a lot of hits.
So I bet you didn't know it's possible to beat somebody to death with a Bible.
Yeah, I guess.
Unless it's like one of those old ones, like when I was born, my mom got a family Bible, and it's fucking like,
Yeah,
dude, it must
3,
be
4
10
inches
inches
thick.
wide and 18 inches tall and like 5 inches thick. Like, you could beat somebody to death with that thing. For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I should wonder how do they get the smaller ones? What they leave out? What's going on there? I don't know.
Oh, right. Oh, what are they taking out to make them so small now?
Yeah, how's that happen? How's that work?
Yellow pages.
So yeah, I mean, I guess in actuality, you could really beat somebody to death with damn near anything. It may take forever or may take something, but Yeah, there's plenty of things I'm looking around. I could beat somebody to death with if I had to.
I beat somebody near to death with D's. What? With D's nuts? I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
The
The old Bible.
old Bibles were big. Yeah, they were. They
Yeah.
were like bamboo and leather bound.
Oh, yeah.
Weighed like 50 pounds.
Usually had that gold leaf on the edges of the pages, so when it was closed, it looked all shiny.
Oh yeah, and they would paint like on the edges of the books. You ever seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, paint little Bible scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what they used to do.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the internet, I guess that's how you filled time.
Yeah, well, they got shit that's pretty cool that still has lasted a lifetime.
Yep. Right. So we move on to March 1st, 1904, when Benjamin Taylor Bell, on February 18th, was taking his habitual shortcut to the Canadian Mining Review offices through an adjacent store. And the Canadian journalist walked through the wrong door in the store and fell 10 feet down an elevator shaft and died of his injuries on March 1st. So a few weeks later. 10-foot fall, though.
Nah, that's strange.
That's not that. I mean, that'll hurt.
10 foot down an elevator shaft. I'm pretty sure people have fallen from much higher
Yeah.
heights. Journalist deserved it.
1904. And I don't know. Maybe they had some journalistic integrity still at that point in time. I don't know.
I'd hope so. Maybe it wasn't so politically driven back then. So agenda based.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was working for the paper for a mining company.
Yeah. Oh,
Canadian
how ironic.
Mining Review. So I'm sure it'd probably be pretty slanted.
A mining company, and then you fell down a shaft.
Yeah. A lot of people died that way in those mining
Mhm.
companies. So I guess if you hit something, I mean, I guess you land wrong, anything's possible, but 10 feet just doesn't
Well,
seem.
shit, didn't you just hear that happened at Costco in St. Peter's? One of the employees? Like, was it
Is
this
there
week
an
or last week?
elevator? Is there even an elevator at
No,
Costco?
no. Listen, they were
Oh, okay.
climbing a footstool or
Oh.
a little ladder, a little footstool, and slipped, fell off from like 2 feet up, 3 foot up. They were 33 years old, fell dead.
Yep. And
It's just the wrong fucking
Yeah.
tweak.
yeah, it's possible from any distance. I mean,
I'll tell you right now,
anything
it
can
just takes a little. That's it. Ask a seal.
okay.
Yeah, I know what it takes.
If I-
A little
Jesus Christ, it's got dark.
fucking
Was that a thumb in the eye? What was that first part?
pressure point, dude.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell. I watched WWE. It was like a thumb in the eye. Like, ah.
Can't cheat death when it's your time. It's your time. I mean, that I agree with that.
Yep.
I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we move on to John Mortensen, who May 1st, 1904, 19-year-old duck hunter John Mortensen of Walroa, New Zealand, drowned in about 6 inches of water after apparently falling due to a seizure.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
It is. I mean, what
Had
is
a
it?
seizure, fell down face first, and just convulsed underwater.
Yeah, just can't breathe
Sucked
underwater.
in the mouth. You know, they say it only takes a teaspoon of water to drown.
Jesus Christ.
Nick fell 30 foot in 2019 off a cooling tower. I was found the next morning by a construction company. Knee went through a 12 cinder block. Broke everything in my right leg.
Jesus Christ.
Awesome, dude.
You got any scar?
Yeah. No wonder you're not scared to drive that thing.
Yeah. I can't feel my right leg anyway.
Yeah, right. That's right, Nick? Like if you wipe out, you're not going to feel anything anyways. Your whole right leg is dead.
Just goes-
Reconstructed steel and carbon.
Gnarly.
Yeah, gnarly for sure. I'll tell you, Ben, what's gnarly is his motorcycle, the Fridge.
Yeah, Fridge is a nice bike.
It's a pretty sweet bike.
Jesus, how many hours were you laying there if they found you the next morning? Took a year to learn how to walk. Holy cow.
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Had no idea. I had a friend in the Marines that grew up on a tobacco farm. It was in the top of a silo, fell like 30 feet and got impaled with a tobacco stalk through his leg. Hit an artery, and he almost bled out to death, but like drug himself from the silo to the farmhouse when he was like 14 or 15. They got him all taken care of. I was like, no way, dude. And it's like, yeah, look at the scar. It's like, damn.
Yeah, silos
Crazy.
ain't nothing to fuck with. People die in those all the time.
Yeah, could you imagine drowning in corn?
Well, it's either drowning or you get caught up in like the spinning mechanisms of the funnel that's feeding the corn down and through. So yeah, I mean, it's a couple different ways you can go. And plus I think that inside those silos there's, accumulation of gases and things like that that can be borderline toxic at times. Hurt. Yeah, goddamn, I bet.
It's true. We're trained to fall off of things and not die
cats
and keep going. Yeah, we are like fucking cats.
Oh,
We just get shoved off. Actually, there's no second guessing it. They just shove you off, see what happens. Then whoever lives gets to keep going.
yeah. Impaled on, like, I'm assuming rebar.
Yeah. Oh man, that would have just been horrible. It's like the kids on bikes trying to jump fences and like get impaled on the spikes on top of fences.
Oh, yeah.
Fall off their bike and they're dangling. They're dangling from one leg because they got a piece of the fence, wrought iron fence through their leg, hanging them up.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of that. There's a guy in
They
England.
went straight Vlad on themselves.
There's a video of a guy in England, 18 hours. Woo-wee. That's a good bit of time. This guy in England, I guess he's in England, it looked like it, was riding his moped down the road pretty fast and I guess lost control, and somebody's ring camera captures him, running up onto the sidewalk into their brick fence post and then flying off the bike to land on his side on those nice pointy spiked and just slid his side wide open. He got had to walk.
Did he stand up? Was he like, oh shit?
Yeah, I mean, he
Did he,
stood
like-
up, but he not for too long. He was checking himself. He got impaled
Oh shit, man! It impaled him and then gutted him,
a
and
little
then he
bit.
came off. Oh yeah, man! He disemboweled himself.
Yeah, he just kind of slid across the top of it, all nice.
What?
Like,
Guy got deballed by a fence? How do you know? Is his sack hanging on the fence? Oh Jesus! You know that happened to my uncle. As a matter of fact, not quite that bad, but he was on a 3-wheeler. They used to race 3-wheelers out in California.
Mhm.
And he crashed his 3-wheeler and rolled it, and the handlebar went through his sack and ripped his sack open in half, like flayed it open. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And those balls were hanging way down. oh, that's tough. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right, so we've made it through 3.
we made it through 3. I almost like the dialogue though. This is fun.
Yeah,
Kinda
no,
going through it. Yeah.
yeah. Why? Yeah, I don't want to just sit here and read to everybody for an hour. So yeah, talking back and forth about anything, whatever.
Yeah, I should just keep my candle lit and start playing some lullabies while you're reading to us. This will be nighttime sleepy time with Prince Adam.
Yeah, a little
Mm.
ASMR. Talking about kids dying. Or this next one is the least of a kid dying.
That's horrible.
Well,
Talk
yeah.
about it.
Okay. This February of 1909, George Millett, an American teenager who worked as an office boy in an insurance company at the Metropolitan Life Building in New York City, was fleeing 6 young women stenographers at his workplace, intent on giving them kisses for his 15th birthday, while carrying an ink eraser in his pocket. As the women moved in for their kisses, he fell forward and the eraser's point pierced his heart, killing him instantly.
Oh no.
The pocket protector is bad news.
Man, that's fucking horrible, man. So these cougars were after him to suck his lips off his face.
Yeah.
He wipes out through the heart. Boop. Pin
Straight
through the
to
heart.
Yep.
Oh man, that's just think how horrible they felt.
Oh yeah, that changes the whole mood of the day
You
real
think they were
quick.
still like trying to get their kisses in?
I think it's a little late at that point.
I don't know. It's not cold yet.
I mean, maybe
Maybe it's that handsome. They're like, it happened afterwards.
I don't know. The picture, it looks like an altar boy, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see.
No, poor kid. Can't see that shit. I'm blinded by the light. Blinded by. Oh, there he is. Does look like an altar boy. The blonde haired, blue eyed little German kid.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. What was his last name?
Millet.
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 Yeah, I don't know what kind of last name Millet is. Almost sounds like 80s
Yeah.
mullet.
Yeah, that's probably where it all derives from. I mean, you probably can't see it in this fabulous photo, but he probably has a mullet, and that's where it all triggers from this tragic event.
I wonder where the term mullet comes from, actually, for the haircut. Bet you don't know. I bet you I don't know. Where does the term mullet come from? Mullet haircut. We'll get a little modern. Bet you didn't know shit going.
Okay, let's see what we can find here. All right. Well, literature's first mullet mention may have come from the ancient Greek poet Homer. In the Iliad, he described the Albates as a group of spearmen as wearing their forelocks cropped, hair grown long in the back. The term mullet wasn't actually coined until 1994, thanks to the Beastie Boys song Mullet Head.
How about that shit? The Beastie Boys coined that shit.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Mullet head. Man, I love the Beastie Boys, dude. Oh yeah, boy. Oh no, that was Flavor Flav. I think I said that wrong.
Yeah,
But, I mean, they both did. I think they still sounded like that a little bit.
I'm guessing so, yeah. I mean, it may very well be. Huh.
That's interesting. How about that, guys? If you want to know where mullet came from, it came from the Beastie Boys. The song Mullet Head.
Ben says he ain't buying it. I'm not 100% convinced either. But we shall.
Well, I mean, didn't Billy Ray Cyrus have a mullet, and wasn't it called a mullet when he had a mullet and won that before the 90s? Or was that a rat tail? Or was it called a mullet back then? And maybe the Beastie Boys came up with mullet head because Billy Ray Cyrus had a mullet. And so that's what they were referencing, mullet head.
And they're definitely credited as being a contributor to the social acceptance or spread of the term.
Okay.
Let's see. But there's other references to it. Let's see. It comes from the word mullet head, meaning dim-witted. It's an origin from late 19th century. So it looks like there's a couple different spots where it's possibly kind of been toyed around with, but nobody really drove it home until Beastie Boys.
Huh. Drive your ass home, Adam.
Yeah. All right. I'm already here.
Why don't you go out in your backyard on your maze of bushes or whatever the fuck you call that thing and go take a go-kart through there. Ooh, that'd be a good.
It's one of my favorite sayings right there. I love saying that one.
This gonna be that. Wait, what did it say?
If I knew it was gonna be that kind of party, I'd stick my dick in mashed potatoes.
Oh shit! I want to get a Bromax and go race through your maze, through your labyrinth, your bush labyrinth in the back of your house there.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
may as well.
I got lost in there once.
What it's for?
Remember that?
Yeah, I sat in the tower just watching and laughing with my little spectacles, like my opera
Fucker.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good day.
Yeah.
All right, now moving on to April, also 1909. Baseball player Michael Riley Doc Powers, age of 38, ran into the wall while chasing a foul ball during a game at Philadelphia's Schneid Park on April 12th, 1909. He died from internal injuries 2 weeks later.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. So
Boy.
fast. Running so fast into a wall, he died of internal injury.
I mean, that's straight commitment, bro.
Yeah, that's you didn't even look at the wall.
No, you're not. You're not. I'm committed. I'm catching this bitch.
Yeah, no field awareness happening there.
No,
He
man.
smoked himself right into the wall.
That's crazy, dude.
And in 1909, I'm sure that they were. He died instantly 2 weeks later.
chasing.
That's
Yeah,
the
no shit.
question. That's always the question. Break the wall. Like back, like Wrigley Field used to have brick, didn't it?
I always thought of Wrigley Field as just bushes.
Well, it had the ivy, but I think the ivy covered a brick wall. So I mean, that was back in that day when, yeah, I don't know what type of wall this was. It may have been a wall.
I mean, that would have been a way cooler story if he actually went through the wall and died.
Still brick.
Nope, it's still brick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that one would hurt. You'd feel that one.
That's insanity.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, but that's history.
But what do I know?
You know all these fun facts now.
Yeah, I know that I just yawned for no reason. Apparently, that's pretty weak, pussy ass shit.
Yeah, it's weak sauce. Get it together.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's see. I guess we'll probably wrap up with this one or maybe another one. Who knows? February 1912. Franz Reichelt, a tailor and inventor, leaped from the Eiffel Tower and fell to his death wearing a parachute made from cloth, his own invention. He was asked by friends and authorities to use a dummy for a test, but he declined, saying he intended to prove the worth of his invention.
Well, he's committed.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him that, but geez, little research and development, some sort of testing. You don't just make something and then go on top of the Eiffel Tower and go jump off.
Yeah, you do. They didn't. I mean, weren't people like making barrels and going off the fucking Niagara Falls and stuff?
Yeah, some of them live too. That's the cool part about that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They probably tested it on some smaller waterfalls and things like that. You don't just come up with an idea and go to the top with it. I'm not going to make a hang glider and go up on top of the Empire State Building and jump off.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid, I jumped off our roof with an umbrella.
Yeah, I mean, I did it with a bed sheet and things like that. It did not work.
It didn't work. But to your point, it wasn't off the top of a 12-story building.
Right. And you tested those things first by jumping off the couch, which
But just think how famous he would have been if it actually worked.
Oh, it would have been crazy. It looks like a crazy contraption too. Just the small picture, and once again, I'll try to hold this up and see if it makes any sense.
Yeah. So what was it supposed to be? Some type of...
It was supposed to be like a parachute.
It looks like a wooden plane.
Exactly. There was no way this thing was going to do it.
He thought he was the Wright brothers. Parachute.
He got sick to the rivers and lakes that you use.
Don't go jumping up buildings now.
Yeah.
Anyways, with your fucking invention.
Yeah, so it did not look like there was any chance of success from that.
No, that was pretty stupid.
But hey, kudos to his dedication to his craft and his faith in his design.
Yeah, faith. Yeah, I would definitely say lots of faith. He had faith in the design for show.
Like, well, name
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna eat today, Adam?
I don't know.
I did the cinnamon challenge. Then you did milk bones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ate hamster food. I mean, the only thing I have is I got hamster poop.
I got those bean boozles.
I don't want to eat a hamster poop.
Yeah, I got those jelly beans that may or may not be something good or gross.
That's it's tough. Is that I eat hell yeah, that's right. You could try one of those. The problem is I kind of eat everything. Make some wake up juice.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's for you, Mr. Yon.
Oh yeah, some coffee. Like in Back to the Future 3. What was it? Was that the one out west? That was the one when they're in the Wild West, right?
So whiskey
3.
I think that was all they drank back there. Yummy. 75 for the whiskey and 5 for the horse, something along those lines. Whichever way it went.
Is that a reference from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. A bunch of shit they mixed up in the bar. Yeah.
I don't have a cat.
Cat shit challenge. Cat shit. No, Nick. Dog shit challenge.
You
Dog
dog
shit challenge.
It's just not gonna.
Triple dog dare you.
That doesn't do anything for me.
I just skipped. Past. There's a whole etiquette to it, and I skipped them all.
I mean, we could have gone through the whole song and dance, but it still wasn't going to
I
happen.
triple dog dare you. What was it, man? Catch you would what?
Catch you, make you sick.
Man, you don't know that. How do you know, Ben? I know dogs eat cat shit, so it must not be too bad.
Yeah, I don't know. They also, yeah,
Dogs also
they eat a lot of things.
drag their ass around on the ground, scraping worms out of their butthole.
Yeah, could the two be connected? I don't know.
Oh, dude, could you imagine a steamy pile of dog shit that had like worms in it? Like eating that?
I can imagine it, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, eating it, I can imagine it, but I know that there's no chance of that happening.
Adam,
So-
I'll give you $500 if you eat a piece of dog shit.
Okay, cool. That's that'd be a great story if I jumped on that, but it's
Oh man, yeah. Cat shit smells foul. I know the urine smells awful and visible under a black light.
yeah, I just don't trust cats. They don't.
What?
They're just not trustable.
It's because you're not the right kind of cat owner.
I guess so.
Hot steamer.
No, thank you.
Really, there's no other animal's pisses UV receptive or reactive, blacklight reactive, except for a cat.
I mean, scorpions, their whole bodies are, but
Yeah.
unless their whole bodies are covered in cat piss, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm radioactive. That's a good song. Well, I don't know. I was thinking we could make it fun this week, but I'm out of shit to eat, dude. I don't know what else to eat. I mean, is there weird stuff? Can you dip pickles in something weird? Like, I don't know. What about horseradish and
If I don't eat it, it's not in my kitchen, and I'm a picky eater. So
that's
anything
my
that's in
problem.
my
I eat
kitchen,
everything.
I'll eat it. So it's not a problem.
My kids, what about dunking weird shit in something? Like, what about like a Chips Ahoy dipped in mayonnaise? That actually doesn't sound bad. I could do that. What about a cookie dipped in
All I have is ketchup or
Hot
barbecue
sauce?
sauce. I don't have hot sauce. I don't eat hot sauce.
I don't know. I can't think of nothing. We're gonna have to start ordering some things. We're gonna have to get those chip challenges, maybe.
Oh my god, yeah. I guess
I would do that.
we'll either have to. I think what we probably need to do is we'll have to come up with some sort of a system to where there's a winner and a loser. And I don't know what it would be, but it's almost like that's the punishment.
For being stupid.
Yeah, for whatever it is. And like I said, I don't know exactly what it would be. We can get creative with it and figure all those things out, but it's a possibility.
Okay. Yeah. Something remote. We could do it remotely. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, that was a good episode. That was fun. It was fun chatting. It was fun talking and things. What?
No, thanks, Ben.
Like a hot dog eating contest, but with animal shit. No. Oh my God, no. Hey, I have seen the worm eating contest where they take the worm and they squeeze it and they just kind of pull it between their fingers to get all the fucking dirt, the like shit, dirt, soil, whatever's in their guts. They just squeeze it out and then they slurp the fucking worm. There are worm eating contests. That's just brutally disgusting shit.
Yeah, I just don't see the benefit of the outcome.
There really is no benefit. It's to say you did.
I've got some flavored beetles downstairs. They're not bad, which is part of the problem. They're actually once you get past I'm putting a fried centipede in my mouth out of the question, then it's actually pretty good. Barbecue flavored one was not too bad. But yeah, we'll come up with some items and some ways of going about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And turn this into Fear Factor.
Remember the show they had to eat? What was that?
Deer penis? What?
Oh, I do remember that show. I couldn't fucking watch that show, dude. I couldn't do it. I remember they were trying to eat sheep eyeballs. Oh man, and they like had this gal had one, and she was like, she's gagging, and she puts it in her mouth. She bites it, and it pops fucking black ooze out, dude. That was like, that's it for me. Fuck that. Nope. Yeah, maggots and worms and crickets and eyeballs and dicks and nuts and all kinds of weird shit. Like, no.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to. I'll be the Joe Rogan of that show and be the host or whatever.
Yeah, we'll have to get Ben on and have him eat nutsack.
There we go.
Ben, do you want to eat some maggots?
Yeah, maggot.
I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Knowing that, I just no. No, I'd be better off eating hamster food or some shit, some weird stuff. Maybe we'll go buy pet food. That'll be the challenge.
There's pet food. I mean, even go on Amazon.
That's about as far as I can go.
Strange food, weird food. There's got to be something in there. We'll find.
Yeah, like the fermented fish and all that shit.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Right. Yeah. No.
My mouth got all watery thinking about that.
Yeah.
Not in a way, but in
no, not like that kind of way. More like
like where you taste that kind of metal kind of taste,
like that
things
like
about
when you're gonna throw up, like when you're like,
yeah,
the drool's coming out. You're like, I'm gonna fucking throw up.
Ben, that's the problem. He's not scared to do it, and that's half the problem. Last week I had to talk him down from eating shit.
Yeah, that is the problem. I ain't scared. You only live once. I had a buddy, man. We were out in the field, and this fucking guy, he would eat dragonflies like they were Skittles. I mean, and he would capture big ones, huge ones, huge ones, and he would just
juicy ones,
and they're just flapping. He just taking it, shoving in his mouth, and they're flapping out of his mouth. He was like fucking eating them, and they're just like folding them in. The wings are going in his mouth. That was fucking brutal, man. That dude, he did it all the time.
Yeah, that's something. I don't know what to think about somebody like that. I guess it's good he's on your side. That's all you don't want to come across somebody like that on the enemy lines.
No, dude.
Christ.
I'm gonna eat his nose off. Watch this, bro. I'm gonna eat his lips right off his face.
Like, all right, just keep me safe. I don't care.
Yeah, man. That shit happens all the time, dude.
I guess.
Weird shit. Dude, combat's weird. Weird shit happens in the fog of war.
Sure.
That's all right. I'm good. I'm normal.
Okay.
I'm pretty normal.
You can say that.
Yeah, if you're eating bugs, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I did drink blood out of a rabbit once on the field.
For the life-giving sustenance, or
pretty much. Yeah, it was just the whole ritualistic thing. No, capture rabbit, twist its head off, drink the blood. It's all normal, warm, cold wintertime kind of thing.
Yeah,
no big deal.
Ted Bundy, Ed Gein, people.
And then I skinned it and wore it on my face.
Yeah,
hot blooded. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I made a little rabbit cape and stuck it to the back of my neck.
Yeah, a little glove.
Yeah, a little rabbit glove. Oh well, man. All right. Well, if anybody has any suggestions on something, shoot us an email, message us, let us know. I don't know. We're just having fun. Adam@ADRLtour.com. I never did set up. Oh yeah, well there it is. Okay, there it is. Fair enough. Since I never did the Cave State one, huh?
Correct.
Yeah, I know, man. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. If anybody watching plans to go to Georgia Drags, or if you weren't, you better come to Georgia Drags, South Georgia Motorsports Park. Go to the Fote and get some tickets.
Yeah, if you're planning on being there for both days, I mean, this is just a secret for us people, and bet you didn't know. Get the 2-day pass now. Before showing up there.
It's cheaper. And then even if you share it, we got a discount for sharing it on social media. So get you a ticket. Come on down.
Bring a friend.
Bring a friend. Lots of friends. Bring some friends.
Yeah. And say hey if you see us out and about.
Yeah. Faux show. All right.
Another success.
Yeah, it was a great time. Appreciate everybody for being on.
Indeed.
Just another, Tuesday night, spend an hour hanging out bullshitting, folks.
Yeah, shooting shit, talking about whatever.
Yep. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and like, subscribe, comment, don't fucking whatever. Do whatever you want and things and shit, whatnot and stuff.
Not your mom, not your boss.
Yeah. Hide your mom, hide your boss. They're raping everybody out there.
That's what the rumor is.
Yep. But peace and chicken grease.
And bulls on parade.